Okay, you all hear me out on this one, man. This is for everyone who, like, hates Beko for some reason. And, like, this is a video from a fake Beko, like, a Beko made by a Chinese company called Chigo. And it wasn't even tested fully. It was on its first loaded wash, which is on a Cotton's 90. And then there's already some comments from others calling it way better than Beko. When, like, it wasn't even tested fully. Like, it hasn't even been tested. It hasn't even been tested thoroughly that much yet. And people hate Beko so much that they're already calling this better than Beko. Yes, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Like for like under like about $250, which is in Australian currency, you can't complain. It does the job, but a Beko, like how can this be better than to be completely honest, I won't like I cannot say if this is better or worse than the original Bekos, because keep in mind it's just early days at the moment. But there are just a lot of people already calling it better than Beko, and then this person here pointed out like what they were saying, pointed out in like all fairness, keeping everything fair, what like get his point of view around, which is also my point of view as well. It's also my genuine point of view. However, like, and there's another reply. There's like here it says like that person said it did really well. Also like those bursts, but it has clearly less intensive wash action than actual Beko Collins data. Everyone is like it's better than Beko. The fact that it has 4-hour plus Collins thing when it increase RPM would encase an actual Beko machine. I mean, people wouldn't just blame it has dumb programming. They also would talk about bad reviewer like an advertisement, but since this is an actual Beko, so they adore it. Circus. The heart and the 3 likes is all I need to know, man. I also don't, like, the reply was, I also don't get this massive hate on Beko, but I guess everyone has different opinions. I agree about this. I also prefer original Beko. This one is good, but Beko one does better job. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Sorry, but I think people would rather a long 4-hour cycle than a 2-hour cycle that sends it up to 3 hours and takes 4 hours plus this is in Beko so it can actually sense down. Mind-blowing technology, right? There's no need to be so anyway. There is no need to be so pressed about other people's opinions. People just prefer sensible and logical proof. Yeah, but the thing is, people would also rather a 2-hour cycle that sets up to 3 hours and takes 4 hours than an almost 4-hour cycle that ends up taking longer than that, only to actually not even wash or rinse your clothes at all. And people would also rather have like a machine not sense down but actually do the job properly rather than a machine sense down or up and then just end up taking way longer than what it sensed and still perform absolutely disgraceful, like evac. Anyways, here's my reply saying, sorry, but Beko sensing 4-hour and 28 minutes on a 58-minute cycle doesn't make the programming any less sensible or logical. Like this is like a factual error on my part. Beko has one of the most flexible programmings, as well as Bosch. Your candy sends 59 minutes on synthetics and took way longer than that in the synthetics wash race with the LG, and you didn't call that on logical programming. Before any misunderstanding happens, yes, you're entitled to your opinion, but I just feel that people are hating on Beko just for fun, and it's just really unfair. I even told him he's entitled to his opinion. Like, if he wants to think, well, then he can keep thinking that, that's fine. Sensing is just showing the cycle length before you start a cycle. It's quite obvious the 4-hour cycles are the old cotton eco cycles. Yes, they are indeed the old cotton's eco cycles. Just like on older machines. Also, I don't even like candy, so what's up with that? I even mentioned the time ratio in the description. Yeah, though you did not say the programming was not logical, though. You just mentioned the time ratio. That was it. Beko is just a failure of a brand, and it's starting to show really well recently. Sorry, not sorry. Hey! Don't even say sorry, not sorry. Like that, it's fair enough. You don't like, okay, you don't like Beko. Yeah, you were only looking at the UK models, and you also had a slim one. Also, like, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, like, I'm glad you tried another Beko, because, like, then now, like, I actually, like, because that European version of WTB, yeah, like, anyways, I even told him that there is nothing wrong with him liking candy. If he doesn't like candy, like, I even told him if he doesn't like candy, that's fine, and like, you don't need to worry about this. But like, up to here, in my opinion, Beko isn't really a failure, and even if they are, they're still 1 million light years ahead of Westall and eBack when you don't run a full lot of blankets on a cycle meant for half load, which is, well, synthetics. But even then, you had a crappy slim model, and you're only seeing the UK models. European and AUS models are generally much better. People are much more satisfied with Beko in Europe and Australia. But you're still entitled to your opinion. And then I even told him, I reminded him again that I respect his opinion, and if he doesn't like Beko, that's fine. If he doesn't like candy, that's fine. And before and even like before he says anything about like the newest ones, I actually do agree. Like, I don't even like the Beko hot points. No one likes them. Those are genuinely rubbish. But hey, at least they're not Westall Reback. Luckily. This doesn't sense down. All cycles are fixed. Full or empty, time and cycle stays the same. Does great job for 190 euro thing though. That's a shame. And then there's like someone that just attacked him. I'm just gonna skip the comments because it's basically the same. It's basically the same thing everyone's been saying, just for an excuse to keep hating on Beko for fun. And he's still trying to address the problem, but like, he's still getting hated on. I even put a comment on that. Okay, then every other comment you don't really need to know. But they just saw the drum clean cycle, and like there was already a lot of like, they just saw. When you're on your way to swim, you're already on your way. They all just saw like they all just saw the drum clean program that is like clearly just an average drum clean program, or maybe a bit worse than the average drum clean program. But like, they clearly saw it, like and like they only once seen like one cycle of it at that time, and they already saying it they're already saying it's better than Beko. Like the drum clean cycle on this only did one rinse. Just one rinse, where on an original Beko would do about 2 or 3 rinses. And the water levels on the original Bekos are higher as well, so it actually gets everything properly clean and rinsed. Like, this drum clean cycle would also be like, it would be better if it did like at least another extra rinse, but like, yeah, I can't really talk, to be honest, because my Bosch doesn't do any rinses on drum clean, but still. Basically, like, long story short, don't say that something is already better than Beko when you haven't, when that something hasn't even been fully tested yet. Just shows you all just hating Beko for fun. Anyways, that other video of the Beko hot point, which I also don't like either, which is, well, which I also think like they're rubbish as well. This is like the video, like the hot point fabric care cotton 60 intensive. Let's read the comments. That's one I don't need to worry about, but then he, like that same video, like that same channel who had like the Chico Beko said like 100% sure this is software defect. No way this is the way they work. Also that pause that does nothing. This is faulty for sure. How are the other cycles? Okay, there's many cotton that was a mess. All cotton cycles were Riata except normal, rapid with petacare at low temperature. It was as if cotton had only been half programmed. Things like synthetics, renamed stain expert, and renamed anti-allergy were the same as what Beko branded models had. However, aside few tweaks here and there, I got 24 videos filmed, all cycles, and each option I used at least once before I took it back for a refund. Okay, so like yeah, I hope we can see like the second generations as well, because there is like, yes, like these whole point fabricators are rubbish, but like something is definitely wrong with these. There is definitely something wrong with these Beko hot points for sure. Like, because this is nothing. This is so unlike Beko to do one rinse on the standard cotton cycle with a small load, but then do 1.25 rinses with a full load as default, bro. This is so unlike Beko. I think like every cycle is good and useful, but like for some reason the cotton cycle is just a joke. Like they would have been good machines if the cotton cycle did not have this one rinse programming fault. Yeah, the fast cotton on the cycle, like we're actually correct about that one. Okay, I got not this comment and all that. Don't really so much of a Beko, like they still have the flaw with the display showing an hour and taking over 2 hours with them, even with a small load. And then someone just explains the condition is different on that one. Actually, there was only extended time when on full load on cottons as remain times for half load. This one just extended time by itself by switching to other phases, like after sensing, after eating, and going to intensive phase. Accuracy time on cycles doesn't extend the times. It's basically what he said to the other comments, so let's skip that. Okay, let's skip this comment as well. Like this comment is the most shit thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, but what about when like an what about when eBack washing machines did like 600 RPM in terms and completely dry rinses with physically no water on a cottons and anti-allergy cycle? Was that even? I bet you that would have been even worse than this. Let's just skip these comments because I just don't want to make the video too long or waste any of your all's time. The rest of the comments like don't seem that much of a problem. It's just the ones that are like hating on Beko for fun. Because this guy is actually correct. Like this guy's actually got a very good point. Like while this is like not like Beko at all, it like this is not what Beko, like this isn't what it's supposed to do. Like while we all know that this is so unlike Beko, one rinse, especially on a standard cotton cycle, is still unacceptable. Just clearing that up, but there's probably no point because like this video will still provoke a war. Even if I clear things up, this video is still going to provoke a war. I think Beko could somehow make Indizit of all brands way worse than before, but here we are. I mean, like the Indizit and Whirlpool branded ones seem to be fine, according to some comments that I've seen. But yeah, I agree. One rinse is just unacceptable, especially on a standard cotton cycle. At least this did not do one rinse on anti-allergy cycle too. If it did one rinse on anti-allergy cycle as well, I would have lost the plot, to be honest with you all. I am complaining about something out of hand for like, I don't know, half an hour or something. نمیخوام که از فیلم‌های مردم مثلا کپی بگیرم بذارم تو ویدیو خودم بگم این مال خودمه که من از این کارو میکنم. ریشم و نزن بد میشه ها. مگه نمیگم صبح زود باید بری همون؟ بابا صبح زود میرم بابا. بخوام که تو من هستم بری همون و بیای بیرون. زود به خودم بذار اینو تموم شد. My bad, that was my mom. That was fine, because one rinse is not acceptable at all. Like, I agree with them, like, they're not wrong. Like, this video, though. Most of the comments seem alright, but, like, it's their opinion. It's fine. And this one is also okay, because, like, this whole point fabric here, like, just, like, the Beko really broke my heart with these new Beko hot points as a Beko fan. So time spins basically do a spin thing during the rinse, whip out a lot of foam, and then have to waste even more time doing nothing from the front to the down. How have they got this bad? Let's not react to that because like. And then this guy already replied, "It's surely broken. This isn't what it's supposed to do." No, and then someone replied, "No, it's not. Just programming faults they made and just bad programming overall." Well, maybe the programming is actually pretty good on Beko's, just like the. But yeah, they did make that, like, there is definitely a programming fault on Cottons on these Beko hot points. If you remember, like, the AEG, at least like the old gen AEGs having the programming fault where they did like 1200 RPM final spin, even if you selected 1600 RPM on Collins with double time saver. I think that's just how like I think that's just a pretty similar situation, but on like an entirely different and probably a bit more unacceptable level. And then here, I'm pretty sure they won't leave it like that. Because I agree, like, they will most likely not leave it like that. They are most likely not gonna leave it like that. It's not, like, they will most likely fix this programming fault problem on Cottons just like they did. Just like they did, just like they fixed, like, the inverter, like, they replaced the inverter with back to the old one on 9 kilogram and above models. They're not eBack or Westall. And then just like get ready how people will scream at you because you think it like that. Hashtag freedom talk. You all speaking facts, bro. I don't believe time spin is meant to be honest. A lot of things weird on that machine on that cycle. I think it's just defected software. We need to see other ones. Yes. I think that was about it, isn't it? Yeah, the programming is weirdly awful. Just wait till the door lock starts acting. Yeah, that happened to Laundry that 2006's one as well. Like, what a joke. And I didn't think me as a Beko fan would say this, but door lock acting up on like a 1 or 2 week old machine is just a joke. Like they're all technically not wrong. To be completely honest, I do kind of understand them, but you know what made me lose the plot? This comment right here. At this point, better Westall. Because, well, yes, it's your opinion, they're entitled to it, but this, like, here's why that made me lose the plot. Here's why seeing that comment, like, saying, at this point, better Westall, just made me completely lose the plot. Hold on a second. This video. So, like, this video of a Westall, a full Westall machine, with a Japanese brand's name called Sharp printed on the drawer, on a standard cotton cycle, cotton 60 full load, only one rinse as well. And this is a full load, y'all. It literally did one rinse with a full load. That, like, Beko hot point did one rinse with a small load and then 1.25 rinses with like a full load of towels, and then everyone just like calling it a horrible machine and all that, whereas this Vestal only did, like, literally did one rinse on Cotton's 60 with a full load, not even a small load, but with a full load, and they did one rinse, even with a full load as well. But suddenly everyone's quiet. I don't see a single hate comment, like, of people calling this machine crap or like over, like, the worst machine ever, or like I prefer Bosch or something, or like AG or whatever. I don't see a single comment saying that to this machine. Like, you can even tell by the description that he put up, like the English times, like the English version and the timestamp. After the main wash, there's the interim spin, and after the interim spin, after the first interim spin, after the main wash, it literally says final rinse, which isn't it one rinse, with a full load too. Yet, don't see a single sign of people hate bombing this machine. Yet if it was a Beko, it would be called crap and like overrated and all that, left, right, and center. Don't be surprised if they all will soon say EBAC, even EBAC would be better than Beko too. I genuinely won't be surprised if they say that. Anyways, to summarize, basically what the point of this video was, basically what I said was, well, you are all entitled to your opinions, but the hating trend of washing machines, especially Beko, has just gone too far. There's literally even there's literally even certain things that literally shows that you all just only hating Beko because you don't have anything else to hate on, and you're all just bored and just want to have some fun. That's basically a whole main, real, and only reason why you're all hating Beko. Have a good day, you all. Peace.